All right, so welcome to the second session of personal profiling and branding workshop. During the last session, we looked at what profiling is all about. We talked about profiling and self-assessment. You need to be able to know your strengths, your value, your goals, and all that. In this session, we are going to be focusing on how you can brand yourself and also build an online presence. So let's begin by looking at what is personal branding, right? Now, personal branding is the process of marketing yourself and your career as a brand. Now, a brand is a unique identity that is created in the minds of people who needs and cherish the brand, who needs what the brand offers, right? So usually we are used to the business being a brand, right? So we are used to businesses being a brand. We are used to businesses, but you see, it's not just a business that needs a brand, because what a brand does is that a brand wins the affection of the people who needs it. As a person too, you want to be able to win the affections of people, and not just people this time, but also of even corporate entities, government and corporate entities, organizations. You want to be able to put yourself in that space where you are able to win the affection of people, that people could love you for what you have to offer, and you have to engineer that love. That is what branding is about. Branding is about engineering the love of people for what you do, right? When we are talking about branding, we are not talking about faking things. We're not talking about creating a false image. No, that is not branding. We are talking about being able to present yourself in a way that could engineer, a genuine affection for what you do and for what you represent. Now, a strong personal brand helps establish your credibility. Very, very important, which means you have to have credibility first. So branding just helps you to amplify what you already have, not what you don't have. Because it is important to distinguish between branding yourself and trying to paint a false image of who you are. Now, branding also helps you to attract opportunities. People love what you do. They see opportunity to engage you. They want to engage you, not just because they want to get the benefit from you, but because they just want to engage you. They like you. You understand? They love you. Next is build trust with your audience. Branding helps you to build trust with your audience. You understand? Because if you are passionate and conscious of the brand, of your brand as a person, you keep to your promises, and keeping to that promises consistently over time makes people to fall in love with you. And so every time people want to come back to you, people want to, do business with you. Even when people don't have any reason to do business with you, they still want to do business with you. They still want to communicate with you. So that is how powerful branding is. Now, what are the essential elements of a personal brand? You want to build a personal brand. What are the things that you should be looking at? Number one is what? Clarity. We mentioned this during the last workshop. We are mentioning it again. You need to define your niche and your area of expertise. It's critical that you stay within your area of expertise. Don't try to do what you are learning to do. Don't go around telling people you know how to do something when you are not very good at it. Because one of the things that could bring you down, one of the things that could create a distrust between you and people of lack of professionalism. So whatever it is that you are doing, you want to be able to, you want to make sure that it is your area, it is your domain, it is anything at all you are asked to do within that area. You know that yes, you are equal to the task. So there will be no ambiguity as to your capacity. The next is consistency. You want to maintain a uniform message and visual identity across all platforms. Very, very critical, right? So it's important that you maintain a uniform message wherever you go. Mr. A should not be complaining about you when Mr. B is telling good about you, because you have been able to satisfy Mr. A and you couldn't satisfy Mr. B. Do you know what businesses go through to satisfy customers? Sometimes a customer buys something. Have you bought something from, like, let's say maybe Jumia or maybe Alibaba or any of these international businesses? Sometimes they will even inform you the product is still in your hand. Sometimes they will inform you, you buy a book from Amazon, for example, and maybe the book is not what you expected, they will refund you and they won't collect the book back. So you see, this is the length people goes through to build trust with people. You know, as local people, local individuals, we do things, and all the time we think that we have to be right. So because we think we are right, because we think we are not at fault, that the other person have to suffer the consequences. Not always. There sometimes you just allow people to ride on you because you need them to be able to have a good image of you. So it has to be consistent. That messaging has to be consistent. The impression has to be consistent. Then visibility. You want to increase your online and offline presence. Very, very important. People need to be able to find you online, and even offline, people need to be able to find you. Then next is what authenticity. Now you need to stay true to your values, to your unique voice. Very, very important. Right. So if you want to brand yourself, what are some of the items that you need? Number one is logo. Of course, when I speak of logo, it looks like as a person I want to brand myself. Do I need a logo? Of course, you can have a logo. You can have a logo, a unique, simple logo that can act as a visual, signature for your brand. You can include your initials. You can use the initials of your name. You can use your name or a symbol that represents your field of practice or your field of expertise. Then next is your color palette. It's important to have your color palette, because we're talking about consistency. That what people see here should be what people see there. So you choose a set of colors that reflects your personality and industry. For example, blue colors simplify trust and professionalism. Yellow simplifies energy and creativity. Black simplifies elegance and authority. So you choose colors that that fits your brand and matches your brand. The next is what your professional headshot. Your professional headshot is highly quality professional photo of you that shows on social media. Now this is very, very critical, because a lot of people have pictures of their girlfriends, pictures of their mother, pictures of their family members, pictures of their animal on their profile pictures. That's not okay. That's not professional. If you have a social media account, you don't want to see the face of your wife, the face of your girlfriend. You want to see you, right? And the picture you want to put, you have to be something, a professional picture, right? So that is very, very critical. You should align with your tone of your brand. The picture that is there should be a picture that will communicate the same thing you are trying to communicate, that communicate about you, that communicates your creativity, that communicates your competence, your expertise, your creativity. That picture has to be, picture has a way of communicating with people. So when somebody comes to your profile, the first picture it sees on your profile, which is your profile picture, should be something that tells the person something about you, right? The next is what typography and font. The fonts you use, you need to creatively select the type of font that you use. Thank God with modern technology, even with your phones, you can now select different type of font style. So you want to select a very, very unique font and then stay consistent with it. The next is for signature and personal tagging. Now this is also very, very important. Signature tagging is also very, very critical. A unique. What we are talking about here is like a motto. In those days we used to have what we call motto. It's a very popular thing. For example, in the school, your school have what we call motto. So a very short sentence that speaks about what the school represents. Understand? For example, as a digital marketer, if I want to have a motto, I want to have a tag link. I can have something like empowering brands through digital storytelling, right? So you see that. So you want to have a short sentence too that people can find on your profile when they go on social media account, and that just a short sentence that says something about you. The next is for the branded social media graphics. You have a social media, your graphics should be branded. It's important that people find some graphics there, food, whatever it is, but let it be branded with your signature and all that. You understand? The next is business cards and email signatures. Business cards. You can have a business card, what they also call complimentary card, right? So you can have a complimentary card that also speaks about, your value, that speaks about your UVP. Remember what is UVP? Unique value proposition. Your UVP statement, right? So you need to be able to also, develop, a signature that represents all of this. Having a business card will also go a long way to add to your professionalism as a person. And then your image signatures too. Your image signatures will include your name, your title, your website, assuming you have a website, and then your social media links, right? Links to your social media account. And the next is your personal website or portfolio website. Yeah, this is also very, very critical. You can have your personal website or a portfolio. You need to have a portfolio, and we're going to look at some of the places where you can create portfolio for free, right? Now, that is very, very critical too. Then video and animation elements, if it becomes necessary. For example, if you have done some projects, you can put those projects together in animation, in a short video clip, just to show your work. For example, if you are a social media manager, you are able to help one or two companies manage their social media, you have gotten some decent results, just get few graphics, photographs, that showcases the result you have achieved, and then put it in a short video clip and just put it there on your portfolio, right? Now next is your branded merchandise, items like a notebook, t-shirts, mugs, stationaries, featuring your brand identity. Then all of these things are things that are very great for networking, giveaways, and then it helps you to create your brand awareness. You understand? Anybody that patronizes you, even for the first time, to be able to go away with something that carries your name, that is very, very critical. Whether you are a business person or you are a career employee. The next is your CV/resume design. Now this is very, very critical. Your resume is often the first impression an employer gets from you. So it's important to put in a lot of work to it. Then your cover letter, covers your resume or your CV. So it's also another critical aspect that you want to pay attention. Then now let's talk about optimizing your online presence. I've spoken earlier about the need for you to optimize your online presence, and I don't want you to take it for granted. It's very, very critical. Very, very critical that you optimize your online presence. So digital footprint plays a crucial role in personal branding. Ensure that your social media profiles, your LinkedIn or your website reflect your brand. When people go on your WhatsApp profile, they shouldn't be saying I'm a child of God. They shouldn't be saying some random statement that doesn't reflect your brand. This is a social media for goodness sake. So make good use of it. It's not a place for you to go and start showcasing your religion. I'm not saying you cannot showcase your religion, but your profile has to stay your profile, right? Your profile you are a child of God, whether you put it on your WhatsApp status or not. So you don't have to put it there. Put something that people don't know. Put something that people are more curious about knowing. Nobody, what does you being a child of God doesn't really help anybody? Informing people that you're a child of God, how does it help anybody or even help you yourself, right? So put in something that communicates who you are and what you really represent. And here are a few suggestions that I will have for you. Number one is to have a LinkedIn account and make sure that your LinkedIn account is optimized. Update your profile with a professional photo, headline, and summary. Make sure that your photo on LinkedIn is professional, and also make sure that your headline depicts your UVP, your unique value proposition, and then your summary too. Make sure your summary also captures your unique value proposition, right? Then your social media account, make sure that your social media content, everything. Don't allow people to tag you to useless posts. Don't allow people to tag you just to anything, because whatever anybody, for example, on Facebook, somebody tags you to a particular post, that post is going to be on your timeline. If anybody visits your timeline, that post will be right there. So there are some of you that don't post anything, but your timeline is filled up. Why? Because people continue to post you on different things. So you need to streamline what are the things that people are tagging you in, so that you make sure that your timeline is clean. This is especially for for Facebook, right? Then personal website or portfolio. I spoke about portfolio earlier. Your portfolio is a space where you summarize your professional journey, your career journey from the one to wherever it is that you have found yourself now. You understand? So it's a space where people go and they can find everything they need to know about you. Remember, we're talking about communicating your expertise here, right? So people need to go there and see your level of expertise, what you have been doing, what you have achieved so far in your career journey. Now, let me give you some examples of places where you can create your personal website or maybe your portfolio. The first would be Wix, right? On Wix, WIX, you can create your profile there or your portfolio. You have WordPress.com, you have CAD, you have Google Site. This one is free. Google Site. Go on Google Site. You can create your portfolio for free. Then Weebly, you can also go on Weebly and also create your portfolio for free. The next is what your creative and visual portfolios. If you want to create for designers, writers, and artists, you want to create some visuals, something that has to do with videos and something that has to do with graphics. Then you want to consider Behance. You want to go on Behance. Also, you also want to consider Dribbble. Then you also want to consider Adobe Portfolio. Then maybe you can also look at clippings.me. You can also go on clippings.me to also create your portfolio. And then you can go on Juno Portfolio. Your Juno Portfolio is also there to help you. And then if you're into tech, you want to create. You're into tech and you want to create your portfolio, you can go on GitHub. You can also go on CodePen, and then you can also go on dev.to. Dev.to. So you can go on this platform and create your free portfolio today. Thank God to this workshop. Now, lastly, let me talk about networking and professional relationships. Building and maintaining strategic professional relationships is very, very essential. Effective, and you want to consider these two things. Number one, joining an industry groups or forum. In your industry, how many WhatsApp? You see, there are WhatsApp groups. Somebody was saying the other time that WhatsApp group is almost the most powerful thing now. Everything has WhatsApp group. Your industry have WhatsApp group. Some professionals have WhatsApp group. Go and join those WhatsApp groups. Informations are flowing on WhatsApp group. If you are not in a WhatsApp group, you are missing out. So, join the WhatsApp group. Very, very important. Instagram, your Telegram, all of these places, join these groups. The next is attending industry events and engaging in discussions. Very, very important, right? People need to know that you are brilliant. If you don't talk with people, nobody is going to know you. So you need to find a way to communicate with people. Then providing value before seeking favors. I mentioned this before and I want to emphasize on this now. Don't go around begging people for help. Help people and people will help you. Once you come close to somebody, find what you can do for the person. Especially when the person you are trying to relate with is somebody that have gone ahead of you. Somebody that has gone beyond where you are. Somebody that have achieved something that you look forward to achieve. The person have one or two experiences that you may need. Don't go and spoil it by becoming a beggar, right? So look for there is something everybody needs. There is something that can put a smile on everybody's face, right? Wherever I find myself, I do that very, very well. I try to put smile on people's face, no matter how small it is. Try to put smile on people's face, and when you do that, people give you access, people give you attention. Very, very important, right? And then that is very, very critical. Then crafting an elevator speech. An elevator speech is similar to your UVP. The only difference would be in their uses, right? So an elevator speech is a concise summary of who you are and what you are there to offer. You understand? I can read the statement to you right now. For example, as a digital marketer, I can have an elevator speech that says, I help businesses enhance their digital marketing strategies by leveraging content creation, SEO, and analytics. My goal is to drive engagement and brand growth. So this is a classic example of what your elevator speech should look like. Your elevator speech says what you can do for businesses or what you can do for your target audience. You mention your target audience, if they are businesses, say they are businesses. If there are certain individuals, say there are certain individuals. If they are within certain industries, say you help people within this industry, and then you mention the things you use to help them. right? Then you say what is your utmost goal. You understand? You know what the result you want to achieve for them by using those tools. First, you mention the people you want to reach out to, your target audience, and then you mention what you can do for them, mention the tools you are going to use in doing it for them. So, and then you mention the result you want to help them to achieve. So you see, it's slightly different from your UVP statement, but then yeah, very, very similar. From the UVP statement, you can have your elevators speak. Thank you very much for participating in this session. Drop your question in the comment section. We'll be there to attend to you, attend to your question. Don't forget to also subscribe to this channel and also ensure to also invite your friends to participate in this workshop. Thank you very much. See you in the next session.